Are you ready to unlock your potential and transform your life? Welcome to the Mind's Loom.
What really gets you out of bed in the morning? It's one of those huge questions, right? Well, today we're going to try to find an answer by breaking down one of the most famous ideas in all of psychology. And I mean, seriously, have you ever just stopped and thought about it? Why you chase the things you do? Is it money? Is it connection? Or is it something deeper? That question is really at the heart of what we're talking about today. Well, according to a psychologist named Abraham Maslow, the answer can be seen as a pyramid. He came up with this idea back in the 40s, and it basically says that everything we do is motivated by a drive to fulfill certain needs, and, crucially, in a very specific order. And here it is, the whole shebang, the blueprint for human motivation. The theory goes like this. We all start at the bottom, and we can only climb higher once the level we're on is solid. So let's start our climb at the very foundation, level 1. So level 1, this is the absolute bedrock of our existence. These are the things we just cannot live without. We're talking about pure raw survival. We're talking about the complete non-negotiables. You know, food, water, air, a roof over your head. If you don't have these, your brain literally cannot focus on anything else. Your entire being is just hardwired to go out and get them. I mean, think about it like this. When you're genuinely hungry, that feeling just hijacks your brain. Ambitions, social plans, all of it just fades into the background. You're not daydreaming about a promotion. You're thinking about a sandwich. Everything else can just wait. Okay, so once you're fed, you got water, you got shelter, your focus immediately shifts. It's not just about surviving today anymore. It's about making sure you can survive tomorrow and the day after that. This is where we start craving stability. Things like a steady job, living in a safe place, your health. These are the things that create a predictable world where we can finally relax a bit and not feel like we're constantly on high alert. It's about creating order out of chaos. And this is just a perfect example of this level in action. If you're worried about your financial security, that anxiety can become all-consuming. The need to pay the rent is always going to feel more urgent than the desire to go out and make new friends. Alright, so you're fed, you feel safe, what's next? Well, now we move into the social stuff, the emotional world. This is where we satisfy that deep, fundamental human need to connect with other people. This level is all about finding your tribe. We're just social creatures at our core, and we crave that feeling of belonging. This can come from your family, from deep friendships, a partner, or even just being part of a group where you feel like you're truly accepted for who you are. I think we've all felt this at some point. When you feel isolated, that ache for connection becomes your number one priority. Forget about career goals, you're just focused on finding one person to grab a coffee with. Connection becomes the only thing that matters. So once we feel like we belong somewhere, our motivation shifts yet again. It's not enough to just be in the group anymore. Now we want to be valued within that group. This is the drive for respect from other people, and just as important from ourselves. So you can think of this level as having two parts. There's the internal side of things, self-esteem, that feeling of personal accomplishment, and then there's the external side, getting recognition and respect from your peers. This is where ambition really starts to kick in. And let's be honest, this is where a lot of us spend a ton of our time, right? That push to get the promotion, to finally learn that song on the guitar, to finish a marathon, it's all powered by this deep need for accomplishment and that sense of self-respect it gives you. And now we've made it. We're at the very peak of the pyramid. This is the ultimate goal, the one we can only really focus on once all those other needs are met. This is all about becoming everything you are capable of becoming. Now, self-actualization, it's not about being famous or rich. It's about personal fulfillment. It's about chasing your true passions, expressing your creativity, and just living a life that feels authentic to you. It's really about living a life with purpose. I mean, imagine somebody whose basic needs are totally met. They feel safe, they feel loved, they feel respected. What drives them now? Their motivation shifts to something bigger. They're not worried about survival or fitting in anymore. They're focused on making an impact and living up to their own unique potential. So there you have it, the whole journey up the pyramid. From the absolute basics of survival at the bottom, through safety and love and respect, all the way to the top, reaching for your highest possible purpose. But remember the single most important rule of this whole thing? You can't skip steps. Each level is the foundation for the next one. You can't really build strong relationships if you don't feel safe, and you can't really chase your biggest dreams until you feel that sense of belonging and self-respect. Which brings us to our final and maybe most important question. Just take a second. Look at this pyramid and ask yourself, honestly, what level are you working on right now? Because understanding where you are is the very first step to understanding what truly motivates you and what you might need to do next to keep on climbing. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and hit that bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and let's keep climbing toward our best selves.